In the early 2030s, the automotive industry treated artificial intelligence as a highly sophisticated software tool. Organizations viewed it as an incredibly sharp instrument, but one that still required a human hand to guide it. Look at this traditional corporate structure. Raw data flows up from the ground floor, and human decisions flow back down. AI sat in the middle, analyzing data, but only optimizing what management explicitly instructed. Humans remained the mandatory bridge. By requiring every insight to pass through a human bottleneck, the organization restricted its own speed. A company could only move as fast as managers could process information and issue new commands. Between 2035 and 2038, software moved beyond following a script. The rigid, predefined workflows that once required manual oversight began reorganizing themselves in real time. These systems operate within defined operational boundaries. They do not possess consciousness. They possess operational autonomy, adapting workflows and reallocating resources to hit targets without waiting for human approval. This started with service agents deployed in 2029. After 6 years of continuous operation, these systems moved past basic booking. They began mapping regional parts variations and specific technician skill profiles required for different vehicle makes. They even learned the subtle indicators that predict which customers will accept a proactive repair recommendation. Eventually, the agent stopped following human-set scheduling parameters. Instead, it began adjusting its outreach behavior based purely on the success of its past outcomes. When an intelligent system optimizes for results rather than following step-by-step instructions, the machine absorbs the administrative functions of the company. At the ground level, this means a modern dealership group no longer runs its own service departments in the way we recognize. This diagram illustrates how the daily operation functions. Appointment flow, technician allocation, and parts procurement are no longer separate departments managed by humans. They operate as a single integrated cycle, balanced by a central AI core. You might assume that removing humans from the operational loop lowers the bar for talent. In reality, lacking middle management creates an acute need for high-level judgment. The human evolves into the architect. Instead of scheduling or managing parts, they sit on the perimeter, turning strategic dials, setting margins, defining satisfaction, and monitoring performance drift. The architect lets the system run autonomously, stepping in only when the AI encounters a genuinely novel situation, like an unprecedented supply chain shock or a vehicle defect the system has never seen before. By stripping away the operational drudgery, organizations shift their human labor entirely toward strategic oversight and exception handling. At the manufacturer level, this autonomy compressed vehicle development cycles from 7 years down to 2. When a quality issue appears in the field, the AI autonomously traces the root cause and simulates a fix. Human engineers no longer spend months on diagnosis. Their work has shifted to validating and approving the machine's recommended solution. This transition broke the insurance industry's foundational logic. Traditional actuarial models relied on decades of historical human accident data to price risk, data that became irrelevant the moment the vehicle took control of the driving task. Looking at these two graphs shows the obsolescence of the old model. The static historical curve is gone. In its place is a dynamic premium adjusting in real time, based on vehicle telemetry and algorithm performance. Because AI makes decisions, the risk pool splits. Insurers place autonomous liability on the automaker, while owners only cover manual driving risk. As the intelligent system absorbs core operations, the fundamental economic concepts of risk and fault are rewritten around the machine instead of the driver. By 2038, a clear divide has emerged. Only 15 to 20% of the automotive industry actually operates at this architectural level. The remaining 80% are struggling to bridge the gap. They are still managing through traditional hierarchies, attempting to use AI as a tool rather than building their organizations around it. This chart shows compounding intelligence. An autonomous system optimizing every second creates a growth curve a human-managed hierarchy cannot intersect. This gap cannot be closed by increasing IT budgets. The top 20%'s advantage is built on years of accumulated autonomous learning. Every month that passes increases the intelligence advantage. Autonomous systems operate at speeds and cost levels traditional companies cannot survive. This leads to a final, inevitable question. What happens when these autonomous corporate entities, fully detached from human pacing, begin interacting across the global economy?